Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And happy Valentine's Day once again. You are the brave souls that have ventured out into the icebox this morning. Cold outside, but always warm inside. On this special day, where all of us are thinking of love and hearts, and of course, chocolate, I brought along my trusty guitar. But I want you to know that I really can and do give talks without it. But I figured, what fun would that be? So please remember that singing is praying twice. And join me in as many songs that you know. I love when you sing. And if you sing a wrong note or a wrong word, it doesn't matter at all. Let's just have fun with it. Morning. My funny Valentine, my sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks, they are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Now I imagine that some of you may shun Valentine's Day as a Hallmark holiday and steer clear of the cards and the candies, maybe not the chocolate. But I'm the kind of person that likes to celebrate everything. Whether or not Hallmark is a financial beneficiary, we can all be love beneficiaries. So I'm going to do this one. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Well, nice singing, everyone. I like to walk. Walking for me is my meditation, my prayer, my grounding, and often my survival. If I don't walk, something feels very wrong with my day. The sunshine, the trees, the mindfulness I feel when I'm out in creation is paralleled by nothing else in my life. Sure, some days it's cold and dreary, but there's something beautiful in the texture of each and every day. Out on these walks, I often go through downtown Sag Harbor. And one day I noticed in the window of the 5 and 10, hanging 2 hearts with a quote from Winnie the Pooh. It went something like this. Piglet, how do you spell love? Pooh, you don't spell love, you feel it. No, there's such wisdom in Winnie the Pooh. I have to tell you something honestly. Feeling love is something that I'm not quite sure about. And if there is ever anything like preaching to the choir about love, I would say that the folks here at New Thought are the love choir. And I'm a bit of the church mouse, trying to peek in and take a nibble or two. Where do you all find that love that I feel when I walk in the door here? I think it's been a bit of a God incidence that I've been invited to speak here twice about the topic of love. They say there's no such thing as an accident. The God within must be calling me to this inquiry. It has been a real challenge for me to introspect and create my own field guide about love. What exactly is it, and what does it mean to me? I want to know what love is. A little foreigner, right? I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. I know you can show me. So what exactly is love? We hear it all the time. Love makes the world go round. Love is all you need. Love is my religion. Songs, stories, movies, poems all sing about the force of love that keeps us together and moves us forward. But have you ever gotten to that place in life that you wonder if you were able to love? Or what on earth love actually is? I've always wondered if in our human experience we feel the same way as the next guy. When I feel love, does it feel the same as when you feel love? Or perhaps is love different for each of us? Does it feel different to each of us? I have had near nirvana experiences in my life, when instantly I felt the love of the universe upon me. Have you ever felt that? It's amazing. It could come to you in a moment, like when you're washing the dishes or walking the dog. But just for a minute or two, you are overwhelmed by this tremendous love of everything. It happened to me the other day in the ethnic aisle at King Cullen. I was staring at the boxes of jambalaya and tabbouleh, and poof, that love feeling came over me. I am so grateful for those moments, because they remind me that I am capable of love. And yes, of course, my marriage of 25 years can both challenge and reaffirm those feelings. The first 20 years of my life, no one ever told me they loved me. In our house, love was a 4-letter word that nobody used. It was a word for the weak of heart, a pure sissy word. But I knew that love was the iron blue jeans in my closet and the tuna fish sandwiches and Twinkies in my lunch bag, the clean sheets on my bed and the hot chocolate on a cold winter's day. Now, I have field guides for birds and shells and trees, all kinds of field guides. So on those walks, I may not be quite sure about what I see. So today, I thought I would create a field guide for love, because there are times that love may be hard to figure out or identify. And once we find it, how do we nurture it? How do we help it grow? I'll start with what I believe about love. Field Guide, Chapter 1, Self-Love. You really can't love others until you love yourself. So that is a great place to start. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful as you feel. Waiting at the station with the workday wind blowing, I've got nothing to do but watch the passers-by. Mirrored in their faces, I see frustration growing, and they don't see it showing. Why do I? One more time, here we go. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. And people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful as you feel. Found it. It's one of my favorite songs. That was one of my favorite albums. I think I wore that one out until it was as thin as a piece of paper. You all know it, right? The Carole King Tapestry album. One of the most important things to consider is that you nurture and love your own spirit. If you can do this and find, accept, and appreciate your own personal truth, there should be no fear, disappointment, or lack of love. Getting in touch with your own spiritual energy allows sensitivity, creativity, imagination, and determination to flow. And you will help create your own personal happiness, self-worth, and the feeling that we call love. It is locating and celebrating the God as me, the God that dwells in me, and the human manifestation of God that is me. I think it was my acupuncturist that said, "Nancy, who cares what other people think of you? It's really what you think of yourself that really matters." If you find yourself reflecting on feelings like, "I feel alone, nobody cares about me, I'm bummed out," use these as signals to suggest that you may be disconnected from your spirit. It's so important to listen to your inner voice and to begin to reconnect yourself to your spirit and your oneness with the universe. Take the time for self-care, reflection, and reconnecting. We need to come to a place in our lives that we love ourselves just as we are, our own unique and wonderful expressions of God's love. Only when we love ourselves can we authentically love others. So Field Guide, Chapter 2, keep your heart open to wonder and to water. Now, when loving the people around you becomes a challenge, love the world around you. If you're struggling inside, go outside, literally outside. Oh my goodness, could there be anything more beautiful than the trees, the flowers, the sun hitting the snowflakes resting on each and every tree branch? Here's a beautiful quote from Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm sure I said that wrong, but I practiced it a lot. Love all of God's creation, the whole and every grain of sand in it. Love every leaf, every ray of God's light. Love the animals, love the plants, love everything. If you love everything, you will perceive the divine mystery in all things. Once you begin to perceive it, you will begin to comprehend it better every day. And you will come at last to love the whole world with an all-embracing love. So I want to try this musical experiment, if you're up for it today. We're going to sing in 2 parts. I can tell by your enthusiasm you're ready to. So I'm going to give you your part, and you're going to keep singing that no matter what. And I'm going to sing a part over that, okay? I think you'll recognize it. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom. A little louder, a little stronger. Oh, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada. Now you're going to keep going. Sounds nice. I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills, I love the flowers, I love the daffodils, I love the fireside when all the lights are low. Boom diada, 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 boom. Nice. That goes about 7 more verses. And then the instructions, it says, repeat until you're tired. I'm not sure if you were tired, but I decided to just cut it off there. But there's so many things in this life to love when we keep our hearts open to all of the wonder and all the miracles that unfold around us. I would like to try an activity where everyone takes their left hand and see if you can name 5 people you love on your left hand. Take your left hand, name 5 people you love. I'll give you a second to think. Some people take a little longer than others. And now on your right hand, see if you can name 5 things you love. Your dogs, trees, chocolate. Okay, now bring your hands to your heart center and just take a minute and see if you can feel that love. Okay. Now, each time you think of something you love during the day, bring your hand to your heart center and name it. Like, I love mashed potatoes. Do you all love mashed potatoes? I don't know. Even though we shouldn't, I guess. I love my dogs. I love my home. And this reminder throughout our days will help us to become more aware of all the love in our lives that we may just be forgetting to notice. Now, Field Guide, Chapter 3. Kindness is love in action. Kindness is love in action. If you question your ability to love, ask yourself if you are kind. Because kindness is love in action. In the book Karma, The Freedom to Create Your World by Summer Matriangelo, it is stated that, and I quote, the main lesson that needs to be learned on this planet is unconditional kindness. Everyone has heard of unconditional love, and they view it as being the ultimate goal for mankind. Well, I'm here to tell you it isn't. This is Summer that's here to tell you, not me. Not me. Love is a feeling like anger, lust, jealousy, and grief. Feelings are temporary. We feel them and then they go away. Love is a feeling. Feelings are personal. Kindness, on the other hand, is the same for everyone. Kindness is doing nice things for each other because we love. Too many people sit around radiating love, passively doing nothing but making themselves feel like loving people. Meanwhile, their neighbor has needs and they need help and they don't help them. They are willing to radiate love, but they're not willing to do something that will actually make a difference. Kindness is love in action. It is not enough to think good, we must do good. End of quote. So in this chapter of the Field Guide, I turned that around a bit and thought, I'm generally very kind. So that must mean I know how to love. As we act in kindness, we are acting in love. How can we each spread unconditional kindness in our world? Field Guide, Chapter 4. Don't worry, there are only 5 chapters. Love can be simple. In his book entitled We, Understanding the Psychology of Romantic Love, Robert Johnson states, and I quote, "Stirring the oatmeal is a humble act, not exciting or thrilling, but it symbolizes a relatedness that brings love down to earth. Love is content to do many things that the ego is bored with. Loving is willing to work with the other person's mood and unreasonableness. Love is willing to fix breakfast and balance the checkbook." I'm looking at my sister. She always balances the checkbook. Love is willing to do these oatmeal things because it's related to a person, not a projection. So, stirring the oatmeal can be love in action. And perhaps we can add all of these simple things we do for ourselves and for others and begin to see them as love in action. Folding the towels, feeding the birds and the dogs, cleaning the bathroom, putting the groceries away, all simple things we don't even think about can be acts of love. And if you're feeling down, ask yourself, what do I love? And do more of it. I love walking, playing the guitar, singing, swimming, reading. It's funny, sometimes we get in a rut and forget to do the things we love. So I would suggest that you do more of what you love. Field Guide, Chapter 5. Love is something if you give it away. And once you feel that genuine love of self and love of others, in whatever way that might be for you, recognizing that these feelings can be different for everyone and your feelings are valid and real to you, it would be a great idea to share them with others. It is only with love and kindness that we combat the negativity in the world. And each day, there are, I'm sure, countless people that can be uplifted if we reach out and share that love. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Little Stevie Wonder, right? So who might need a phone call today, or any day, to tell them that you love them? Every day, anyway, but maybe most importantly on Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be a Hallmark holiday. It can be a Verizon or an AT&T holiday. The other day I went to sing with the kids in Sag Harbor Pre-K. As you might know, I'm a retired teacher from Sag Harbor of 31 years. And I asked them what they thought love was. And they said hugging and kissing, mom and dad. To a 4-year-old, love is related to something concrete that they can see and touch. At Sag Harbor, the entire school, kids, teachers, parents, start every day with song. We sang a lot about love, and this is a famous song we sang by Malvina Reynolds, who was a famous singer, songwriter, and political activist. It's called Magic Penny. Malvina was known, I think, for writing a song a day. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Yay. So in our field guide, we come to identify and understand that love of self helps bring us to a place of loving others. That kindness is love in action. That love can be simple and honest and real. And love is definitely something when we give it away. I'd like to end with a song that is on my new children's CD, and it's the song K for Kind. And the idea is, can you get a K on your report card for kindness? And I'm going to sing that because I think my time's not up, right? Am I doing okay? Rap. Okay. Okay. And you'll see from the lyrics that it talks about the really important things in life. And then I'll just say my farewell after this. Can you get a K for kind on your report card? Can you get a T for tries really hard? Can you get a G for being a good friend? 'Cause these are the things that matter most of all. Can you get a P for being really patient? Can you get an R for showing respect? Can you get an H for always being helpful? 'Cause these are the things that matter most of all. Sometimes it occurs to me that we grade so discriminately what's in the head and not so much the heart. But when you walk out into this great big world one day, you'll see it's your heart that leads the way. Can you get an I for including others? Can you get an S for a smile that really shines? Can you get an M for using good manners? 'Cause these are the things that matter most of all. Can you get an L for being a good listener? Can you get an O for keeping an open heart? Can you get a W for being welcoming? 'Cause these are the things that matter most of all. Sometimes it occurs to me that we grade so discriminately what's in the head and not so much the heart. But when you walk out into this great big world one day, you'll see it's your heart that leads the way. You'll be A-okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for your warm and welcoming presence this morning. And I just wanted to say that today to go in peace and love, and then love some more. Thank you.